so hilarious, and I guess I shouldn't be surprised because they always accuse you of being exactly the way that they themselves are. Is anyone who asks questions or disagrees is woke now? Have you noticed this? The woke right? So you're like, I'm not sure that we should have a war with Iran right now. And like, it seemed like there were a lot of problems here. And like people I know are dying of drug ODs. Shut up, racist. You're woke. It's like, wait, what? Or people who are clearly working on behalf of a foreign country accuse you of working on behalf of a foreign country. It's so amazing.
Tucker Carlson had former Fox News host Clayton Morris on his show, on his podcast, and it was an hour and a half of neocon bashing. It was incredible. And before we get to all the different elements of that conversation, which, by the way, covered the lies that persuaded Americans to support the preemptive war in Iraq, there was also a conversation about how neocons are actually liberals. I actually want to discuss that in a moment as well. I do want to address what you just heard in that clip because I too have been accused of being woke because I'm against supporting Israel based on identity politics, and I'm also against clearly what they're doing in Gaza and what they're doing in the West Bank.
Yeah, so but the thing is that you like to, ask for pardons when these kind of things happen. I'm not really into that. I don't care what you call me. The truth is the truth, and we must lean into it because it's just getting to the point where, look, it's summertime. People aren't trying to hear all that right now. They're having fun, whatever. I get it, but don't worry. There will come a time, and it's even right now with the big beautiful bill. All of this is money going to other countries. They're still giving money to Ukraine. Anyway, this is Anna Kasparian discussing Tucker Carlson clashing with the neocons. She clashes too, they don't see eye to eye, her and Tucker Carlson, but it seems that on this subject, Anna Kasparian and Tucker Carlson might see eye to eye a bit, but I have seen Anna Kasparian clash and talk trash about Tucker Carlson without watching the show. I mean, everybody is pretty much hypocritical at this point, but whatever. We'll use it for the content. By the way, guys, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. Thank you to every eye that watches these videos. Let's get back into it.
And so who called me woke? Well, Konstantin Kisin, who's one of the hosts over at Trigonometry. That's also...
let me just say that I am proud that I have actually been blocked by Konstantin Kisin for at least, I would say, a year and a half. Yeah, he blocked me. Konstantin Kisin blocked me. Jordan Peterson has blocked me. I'm gonna glaze myself right now. Yeah, that's a badge of honor to me. Dave Rubin blocked me early. A lot of these people have blocked me back. And look, and I am making a name for myself in the name of God. I will, yes, because my mission is to spread God's inconvenient truth. And so to block me, I'm a threat to you, because who like, these people have millions of followers, whatever, but they realized that they needed to block me. And I was like, well, somebody must have heard me say something and they didn't like it much.
A podcast. I was responding to criticism over my demeanor, how I handled myself on Piers Morgan's show yesterday. And I'm sorry, when you have an IDF spokesperson gaslighting the hell out of people and pretending like a genocide isn't a genocide, when you have him smiling and smirking as I'm talking about the slaughter of innocent people, I get a little offended by that. I get a little worked up. And so I wrote, polite debates with men who smirk as I bring up the slaughter of innocents is nonsensical, to which Konstantin Kisin says, woke is so back, baby, with a laughing emoji. So this whole thing about wokeness, I want to address it real quick. Wokeness is identity politics on steroids, okay? It's basically basing your opinion on the identity of the group that you're either defending or speaking out against. In this case, people like Konstantin Kisin, who, as far as I know, isn't American, isn't Israeli, but for whatever reason seems to be obsessed with providing.
He's a Russian Jew. This is why I can't stand these people. Stop it. He's a Russian Jew. He who lives in the UK. What? Or what? Oh, so he's a Christian? Why? What is this? Like, okay, fine. He doesn't live in Israel, but you don't understand why he's like this? You don't understand why he exudes the ultimate identity politics that ever existed on this planet? He's a Russian Jew. It's okay.
providing cover for the genociders in Israel, thinks that it's woke to be concerned about said genocide, about the slaughter of innocent people. And what are you basing your opinion on, other than the identity of the people that you are providing cover for, of the Israelis? For me, it doesn't matter if we're talking about civilian deaths on the Israeli side or the Palestinian side. Take a look at how I covered what happened on October 7th on this show. How enraged I was about the civilians that were slaughtered by Hamas, because those are human beings.
Did you say that? Did you also tell people allegedly? I have to say this allegedly because I'm on YouTube. Allegedly, that maybe the IDF might have allegedly killed their own people. Okay, all right, go ahead.
See them as any different than Palestinian civilians. But for whatever reason, for Konstantin Kisin, it's totally okay to value civilian lives on one side and just brush aside all of those tens of thousands of civilians who have been killed on the Palestinian side. That's identity politics on steroids. That's what's woke.
Yeah, so first of all, I think the whole conversation is nonsense, to be honest, because they just call whatever they're against woke. They're not even...
No, he's a Russian Jew. Stop. And a Kasparian's afraid to say the obvious. Like, come on, like, it's okay. And Konstantin Kisin doesn't have to come out and say that he's a Russian Jew, but like, because his ancestry is like from Russia, but he's Jewish. He's certainly not Christian. That's why, who are these people? Okay, let me be careful before I don't want to lose the channel. But I'm not going to sit here and act like that's not a factor. As a black woman, I want to act like that's a factor, because when I open my mouth and I say something, and there are times where I'm like, whoa, why y'all coming for black people at this point? Like, this situation right here didn't call for all that. Oh, it's because you're black, right? Okay, I can deal with those issues. You know, I can deal with people coming at me like that. Why can't we say the same thing about people in any group, and especially Jewish people? Why are we acting like this isn't the case? I can't do the pretzels. I can't do the mental. Sorry.
For war. Take a look.
MSNBC, we learned, had a 2-for-1 booking, official booking plan. That meant 2 pro-war voices for every 1 anti-war voice. It's such an important piece of this to have that propaganda piece of this, the manufacturing of consent for war. Yeah. And we have, again, a long history of this. You don't do it without the newspapers. You don't do it without the television stations. You don't do it without the Fox News or the CNNs, the MSNBCs.
Totally right.
I mean, CBS changed the name of their show to Showdown with Saddam. I'm Clayton Morris, host of Showdown with Saddam. We haven't attacked them yet. But that's the name of my show. Welcome. We're replacing Phil Donahue with Countdown Iraq. Like, so you're framing all of this ahead of time. The propaganda is there ahead of time, so it's all being laid out. It becomes an inevitability that we are going to attack.
Exactly. The show should have been called "What the hell does Saddam Hussein have to do with 9/11?"
Go ahead, Jake.
Yeah, 100%. Well, that's what we were saying on the air on the Young Turks before the war began and after the war began. So, and Anna's right, because this is literally chapter 5 of my book.
To be honest, when it comes to Cenk Uygur, I'm going to tell you, I don't really care about his position, because I'm sorry, like, this guy's a weak link for real. I have to get Hassan Piker, his nephew. I'm not saying that, like, I agree with everything he does. I don't have to say that, right? Definitely big man in dresses, it throws me off. Cenk Uygur was all for, like, the removal of actually the life ending of Muammar Gaddafi.
We got him. Down goes Gaddafi. It appears down goes Gaddafi. So right now, we have not gotten Gaddafi captured yet, but it appears that he has lost control of Tripoli. 2 of his sons are gone, meaning Saif al-Islam, and 2 other sons are actually been captured. Now look at that. I supported Obama on Libya. You know why?
All right, so I just have to stop there. I know, guys, that I've taken it so far, right? But it's like, like, let us remember. And he's never, by the way, like, at least with Tucker Carlson, he says that he was all for the Iraq war, and he comes back and he says, I shouldn't have been. Like, I don't know what I was thinking, this, that, and the third. Cenk Uygur, I don't think I've ever heard of any kind of reference to Gaddafi that maybe we shouldn't have did that. At the very least, if he could say we shouldn't have did that, then I'd have some respect for him. So that's the thing, right? Like, this is the thing about people and their little opinions and bringing in their own biases. I don't want America involved in these type of regime change, Middle Eastern destruction on the basis of always being unwholly aligned with Israel, okay? Period.